folks, welcome back to the greatest conversation ever. My name is Ryan Rosenberg, and this is my good friend Payam Banifaz.
It's a pleasure, my friend, as always.
As always, a pleasure. You're looking good. You're feeling good. You're well. Can I be honest? I'm used to a little bit more cologne smell. I know I bring up your scent all the time.
It's not as strong.
It's not as strong today.
I spray it. What I do is sit. And then a long one.
Right in your face.
Right? No, not in the face. Over here. You don't need it in your face.
Yeah, no, you need it around you, but not in your face. I become blind.
Folks, let me tell you someone who is not blind.
Right.
No, hold on. Let me start this a way different way.
We always start with big compliments, big sort of flowery intro for the guest. So our guest today is not blind.
Right, but that's not a compliment. That's just a state of being or not being.
Right.
Our compliment is a hilarious
comedian. A smart young gentleman. Tall. Handsome. Armenian. These are all big, good things.
These are all great things.
A hilarious comedian at the UCB Theater, runs, or at least is part of the Everything Now show on Twitch, a very cool up-and-coming show on YouTube, Twitch, all over the place.
And if you're not watching it, you're the problem.
Yes, that's right. This guy's doing all kinds of work all over the industry. You're going to be very familiar with him in the next few years. If you're not already, please let's welcome Chris Tcholakian.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for saying they're the problem if they're not watching my show.
No.
Yeah,
not enough people are talking like that these days.
Absolutely. If you're an audience who isn't yet clued into something, you're fucked up.
Yeah, it's something to do with you. It's not because you've never heard of Twitch and don't know what that is. It's something to do with your own.
Where's your attention?
Yeah.
Where's your eyeballs that you
family?
don't know about this? I don't know who wants to have a family these days.
I gotta be honest, I didn't know anything about Twitch until maybe like 8 years ago.
And now it's like the biggest thing in the world. 8 years ago, that's a long time.
That's a long time ago.
It's
two high schools.
How long has it been around?
Probably like 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It used to be called Justin TV. That's what it was first called.
Justin TV?
Yeah, and I don't know
Twitch?
why. Yeah.
Really?
I think something to do with a guy named Justin.
Probably.
I hope so.
I hope he cashed in, dude. If he didn't cash in, changing his name off of it, that's a big thing.
Justin Timberlake was one of the first people making money off. But interesting, Justin TV. I think I remember.
This is an interesting perspective because you're a little younger than us. You're a little cooler than us, only because of the age. Okay. And so I'm curious, what else? Justin TV, you're the Twitch guy. We need your young, youthful stuff. What should we be doing? Where should this be?
Where should you be putting this?
Twitch?
No, probably not Twitch. My theory is YouTube is the big monolith that's going to swallow everything up.
Of course.
I'm kind of waiting for YouTube to just announce one day, like, we have all of Twitch's capabilities now, and we will do it better.
Right. Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then there's also there's everything's 5 companies owns everything, and
McDonald's.
Twitch, McDonald's
Wendy's,
is owned by
Taco Bell.
Twitch is owned by McDonald's. Yeah. Twitch is owned by Amazon, and YouTube's owned by Google or Alphabet or whatever. So I think they just sort of battle it out.
Interesting.
But as someone inside looking under the hood, I think Amazon doesn't really care about Twitch very much.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
YouTube, Google has YouTube and like Google. They're going to put so much of their energy into fostering
Isn't it crazy to think that YouTube is like a small part of Google? That's how big Google is. I think YouTube is the biggest thing in the world, and it's like a finger for them. You know what I mean?
I think YouTube is the dopest thing that's come out of other than like the access to information of Instagram,
Totally.
Internet is YouTube.
Do you remember when it was new, like when it was invented? I remember when we were first discovering it, and we were like, dude. My friend showed me YouTube, and I remember it at my kitchen table, and he was like, dude, it's just a place with all the videos. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? That's what he was saying. He's like, you can type in anything, and it's there. Type in, like, monkey with the finger in his ear, and we found it. Like, it was like and it was so early YouTube that it was like, how is that? It wasn't perfect.
I am curious about that as you guys being slightly older than me, because when I was...
We'll cut that.
Yeah, we'll cut that part.
We'll cut it.
And slightly less cool just because of the age thing.
Yeah.
But when I think I was in the 4th grade, and I was in computer class.
Yeah, that's
and
where
a friend
I was,
typed YouTube in, and I remember there was this one video about. It was something to do with it was like the planet Earth, and it was a song. I think it was a very early viral YouTube video, which at the time probably meant it had 5,000 views.
Yeah.
But it was like one of.
Whoa, 5,000 people is so much.
Yeah. But then. it just slowly grew and grew and grew, and now truly everything that could exist is on there, and
Right.
there are shows on
Everything
there.
that could exist.
Right.
It's crazy.
Remember when like Gangnam Style was the biggest YouTube video in the world, and like I kind of thought it would be forever. I was
Yeah.
like, what is going to get 2
Well,
billion
it was
views?
It was
You
the
know?
first video that hit 1 billion views.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
First video.
worldwide. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like it was the first thing that was like, oh, you don't make videos just for your country anymore, which is still hard for me to understand.
Yeah, which
Shout
I
out to
guess-
everybody not in America watching this. We
Shout
know
out to
that
all the
you're-
other countries.
Yeah.
You all are great.
Absolutely. We're never going to just
That's a
make...
good, safe play. Shout out to all other countries. You guys are great.
You guys are great. You guys are doing great. Don't come here. You won't like what's happening.
Yeah, that's right. That's
There
right.
was also this sort of golden moment where like they hadn't figured out how to like kind of scan for copyright, and I feel like it was when I was in like the 11th or 12th grade where just like truly everything was on YouTube,
Yes.
like just full seasons of
Full
TV
movies,
shows,
yeah.
just anything that could possibly be there, you could just type it into YouTube,
Right.
And I miss that. I kind of miss when the internet was more. I guess
Wild
illegal
West.
things were illegal things were happening.
Yes,
but
yes.
There was just this Wild West, just like.
But it
anything can
felt like
happen.
it was like illegal in a way that wasn't hurting the maker that much yet, but really benefiting the consumer.
Yeah.
Like, whereas now if something is illegal, it's like, yeah, they lost $20 million. And then it just felt like I got to see something for free.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that was like the extent of the damage or something.
Yeah.
I think another thing about YouTube is how much information you can get, like how many how-to videos there
Oh my
are
God.
on everything.
Everything.
Like I had to change the battery in my key fob, and like it was weird. I couldn't figure out exactly what part's supposed to come out. Went on YouTube, found a video that for my exact model, told me exactly what to do.
Right.
I did it. It blew up. I ended up in a hospital, and I never went on YouTube again. No, but it was like dope. Instead of like having to call the company like, hey, I can't figure this shit out. YouTube has it. I bet you if you go on YouTube right now and we put how to beat your meat, a video will come up about someone beating their meat, meat,
and the best
someone
way to do it.
masturbating.
Yeah.
Right. And the best way to do it.
And the best way to beat meat.
And the best standards and practices for beating your meat.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's different standards of practice for beating your meat, right? My standard and practice for
You have a
beating
pretty
my
low
meat,
standard.
Mine is just I'll do it anywhere with the filthiest hands. Just the dirtier my hands
Well,
are.
you need a hand washing video. You need to wash your hands. You need to watch a video on how to wash your hands.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I went to the doctor. The doctor's like, dude, have you seen your urethra lately? It's pitch black.
Pitch black, like
Yeah, he's
no
like,
light.
"Wash- huh?
Pitch black.
He looked inside my urethra. He says, it's a black hole. He goes, there is no light inside this urethra.
Wow.
Folks, I promise I'm not going to make this entire episode about my dark urethra. And what I will say is, when you touch your genitals, wash your hands.
You've made this promise before. We've had whole episodes that have been about your dark urethra before. Your dark urethra,
I
your
didn't
Darth,
make any promise. I just
your
made-
Darth hole.
So my doctor referred to my urethra as a Darth hole. And
I think
was like,
urethras are supposed to be pitch black on the
Yeah.
inside. By the way, there is no light in there.
I mean, maybe if you were to shine, you're saying you shine a light on it, and it's still just the light is being absorbed and consumed by it, much like an actual black hole would work.
Right. Oh no, we struck a real chord.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
really struck a chord.
You know, on YouTube video for hand washing, it did make me wonder, like, what do you think the most mundane thing to have a YouTube video explainer for is? Because
And
they truly
is successful.
Yeah.
Like I watch ones for like, replacing your headlight or
Yeah,
something like that.
which
And it's like,
makes
oh, this
sense.
has 1 million.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there's 1 million people that need to change their Civic headlight or whatever.
But-
yeah, what's the littlest one of those?
I was going to say brushing your teeth, but even a video about how to properly brush your teeth is probably informative.
Sure.
Or
That
like
feels
how to properly
useful.
floss. Or
Yeah.
like, I bet you something how to put on your shoes or something.
Yeah.
How to look around in a field.
Crazy.
Like, what could the direction be?
Yeah. Is there a better way to do that?
If possible, move neck left, move neck right.
That's
But
actually good.
it could be how to look for birds in a field.
That feels
Birding.
really useful to me.
Yeah,
like
right.
That's almost bird watching,
Yeah.
which is its own sort
Almost
of cottage
birdwatching,
industry.
yeah. Is
Yeah.
that becoming a bigger thing again? Bird watching, or are people talking about that again?
I have a friend who lives in New York and is like a legit bird watcher, and he makes it seem actually cool.
Birding. They
Yeah.
call it they don't even call it watching anymore. They just call it birding.
The fact that
Really?
he can just be
Hmm.
walking through a park and then hear something and then look and then be like, that is that bird.
That is cool.
That's actually a superpower.
That's
almost.
the cool part. They're not just watching them. They're also like classifying, learning, making a little Rolodex in their head.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I also appreciate people who see plants life in the city.
Yep.
Oh, that's a fucking Birchwood, whatever.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
don't know any of that.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. I know a little bit about animals, but
I would say you know a lot about animals, and
but
you've proved it on this
certainly
show
not
a lot.
enough to determine what. Like, I know if it's a crow because it's like very
Well, we all know that. Yeah,
crow, and I
But
know
do
if
you,
it's seagull.
What if it's a raven? Do you know
I
the
don't know.
distinction?
Oh my God, that's
I don't know.
you stumped him
Yeah.
right away. Right away.
I immediately gave up. Yeah, I don't know. I think
Crows and ravens just feel like different word for the same thing.
Isn't
I'm
Is
sure
that
I'm
the
wrong.
case?
Isn't raven just a bigger crow?
That's what I think, but I don't know that I'm
And
right.
do you think there's a YouTube video, a 3-minute long YouTube video of a guy explaining the distinction?
Well, we're
between
making
a
it right
crow and a
now.
raven?
100%.
Fortunately, we're making it right now.
Yeah.
A raven is a bigger crow.
Yeah.
That's the
Audience
video.
like, hey man, I can watch YouTube videos if I wanted to see all this crap. But there's definitely got to be videos on the difference between raven and crows, how to spot them. Ravens apparently are really fucking smart.
Yeah.
Like you can train them.
Right.
And they also can speak a little bit or some shit like that.
Are ravens the one that like seek vengeance if
Yes.
you wrong them?
Yes.
Yes, I've
Yes.
heard about this.
They
and
don't
they'll
fucking
like
forget.
give you things. If you do something nice for them,
Yeah.
and then you keep showing up to the same spot, they'll like bring you gifts, which
I
for them
heard
is
of a
like
guy-
garbage. But
Yeah.
I heard of a guy that trained, I want to say it's a raven, but it's some sort of bird, to fly around New York City and pick up change.
Whoa.
Like he would see dimes and pennies on the street and then bring it home, and this guy just had a raven making him money. And I'm
the
like, that's
coolest
pretty
thing ever.
sick. Like that I really do think that's like the coolest thing ever. Like to be able to have a bird that makes you money. I don't know why that is so cool to
It's
me.
also, it's like everyone's like, yeah, I'm doing crypto day trading or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this is my side hustle.
I
and
got
he's
30
like,
ravens.
Yeah, I trained a fleet of ravens to collect change. for me.
And I am doing crypto, but the seed money is Raven. I just put everything in Bitcoin that he finds on the street. I got $10.50 in Bitcoin right now.
You're gonna need like 500 ravens
Yeah.
though, because it's like how many coins can each raven
But
carry?
that's the business. First you get one raven,
Yeah.
right? Then he brings you enough coins to go to the pet shop. You buy another raven. Then now you got two ravens bringing you
There
coins.
is not
which
a
gets
pet
you-
shop in this country that will sell ravens.
Not yet. That's
You
why
have
I'm
to
getting into the
find
raven
them
pet shop business. Because this is you don't understand vertical integration.
Yeah, it
That's
all
your
feeds
fucking
into
problem.
itself.
Look, I never understood vertical integration, but what I do understand is this: you have to go out in the field and get the ravens to come with you.
Right.
You have to train them to come with you.
Right.
So now this YouTube video for looking around in a field suddenly feels more valuable.
Actually,
Yeah,
really
it's like how to
interesting.
train a
You
raven to
walk
bring
into a
money
field
for
with
you.
a handful of dimes, and all of a sudden you're a rich man. It's all about the initial investment with business. You know what I mean? You have to put a little bit of your own sweat equity in, which is finding the ravens, capturing them,
Yeah.
teaching them what a dime is.
Teaching them what a dime is.
Yeah, telling them why you like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that process is on how to teach a raven about money and
No.
where to find it.
I guess they don't even have to know that it's money. They just
guess
got to
so,
know
yeah.
shiny thing good. I like it.
No,
Because
no
that's how
way.
you can
They
talk
gotta
to a
know it's
raven.
money,
Yeah.
bro.
You
They're
take
gonna
most of the words out.
imagine they bring a bunch of shit home. You're excited. It's like, wait, it's just a bunch of shiny things.
Just
None of it's
tinfoil.
fucking money.
Right.
It's just pieces of tinfoil. You
Yeah,
brought home.
yeah. A bunch of
Fucking
Hershey's
stupid
Kisses.
raven.
Yeah. Well, you would talk to your raven like that?
Huh?
I would never talk to my raven like that.
Not
As
if
we
they're
established,
working
he's my
for me.
friend.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. I kind of treat all my employees like that.
Yeah.
Pizza parties instead of raises and stuff.
I would then write a book, a story about like sort of my life, and it would
Yeah.
be called "That's So Raven."
That's actually brilliant.
Excuse me.
Edgar Allan Poe really missed his opportunity to write a good book about a raven.
Yeah.
Missed a lot of opportunities. I heard he was very, very depressed. That poor guy. I heard
Really?
he had deep depression.
Him?
It
Yes.
does not come off
Edgar?
in the literature. Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe, the darkest raven writer? That's really the only thing I know about him is the raven.
Nobody wanted him at their parties.
He wrote the one with the heartbeat under the floorboards too. Is that right? Is that one him?
You're telling me?
He wrote the one that was like the tall tail. Wait, what was the one?
Yeah, the Telltale Heart.
Telltale Heart.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Simpsons did a version of it, which is the
Yes.
only reason I know it.
Yes.
There you go. There
I
you
only
go.
know it because like I once stole a book from the library when I was a kid, and it ended up being like a picture book of like his old poems, which was interesting.
That's such a funny place to steal from because it's already free. You just gotta
Yeah.
like tell him you're bringing it back. Did you ever bring it back or did you steal it?
No, I
Did
stole
you
it.
bury it? You buried it under your floor, and it started making noise that followed you around no matter where you went.
And it drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Until I took the book back and said, "I'm sorry." And then the lady of the book said,
Wow.
"We knew you'd be back. You fucking piece of shit."
Wow, they had you on video the whole thing.
Yeah,
Cautionary tale.
it was a cautionary tale.
You should write a book about that.
with a cautionary tale or be on video.
Whatever you like.
Okay then. Which one?
I don't know. I'm saying this is a good area. Pick one. I don't know.
On library, because again, and sort of recircling back, when were you guys in high school when the library got computers? When did that happen?
I was in elementary school. We had like a computer lab in our library.
Okay.
So elementary school.
Or I think like junior high for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they were bad computers. They were like, big ugly CRTs, and they had like just like a few math crunchers or, whatever programs. Yeah.
We just played a lot of Caterpillar and what is the other one? Your
Pong.
No, there's another one where you're like fucking moping around the country with with horses and
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, Oregon Trail. Yeah.
Moping around the country.
Worst
setting out for survival.
Worst game. You set out for survival. Oh, you died of dysentery.
I shot too many buffalo. Can't take them back in the thing. Did you ever play Oregon Trail?
We played a little bit, but by the time I was using computer, we had so many.
It's like why I play
addictinggames.com, miniclip.com.
Addictinggames.com is good.
The Cartoon Network website, which had video games.
Yeah.
And there was like Ed, and Eddie games that I used to play a lot. There was like a skateboarding game they would all do that I was really
at school. Y'all would do it?
Yeah, because at school, a lot of websites were like locked out.
Yeah.
But for some reason, cartoonnetwork.com, you could get through. You could get into the system.
Right. Yeah, they had a bunch of like weird kind of janky games, right? Like small but fun games.
Yeah, there was like a food fight one. And just because I was like, I know this IP, I was so locked in. Even if it was a completely mundane game that you could burn out on in a month, I would play it for 2 years.
Right. When I was in high school, there was a Lifesavers, for some reason, like the candy, Lifesavers.com had like 1 million games on it.
That's wild.
And you could play like Lifesavers mini golf, and it went rampant through my school. Everyone was playing Lifesavers mini golf in every single class, and it was like a huge deal.
That's so funny.
And you'd hear like a ball like go into the hole, like it was crazy.
Man.
Some ad exec who pitched that to Lifesavers is hearing this conversation and feeling so vindicated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I told you people were playing it.
You thought it was completely irrelevant.
I haven't eaten a Lifesavers in years, but thanks for the games,
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
My brain just went blank.
Computer stuff.
Computer stuff.
We had a computer room when I was in elementary school, and there was very little on it. We used to do like MS Paint was the main thing we would do.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
But then when I got to high school, they like brought a fleet of computers into the library, and it was like a big deal because those were just kind of normal computers.
Right.
And we used to watch soccer games. We would illegally stream soccer games on the school computer.
Buff
just
streams
like 12
or whatever?
of us. Yeah, 12 of us gathered around watching like a Euro Cup game.
What's going on over
there?
Yeah. These kids don't seem to be interested in school at all.
Yeah.
And they keep going, woo, goal!
What? These kids love homework?
They're like, that's their goal, I guess. We had no fucking great technology. I graduated in 2000. And I just remember like everything was basic as fuck. Like we even had like Apple computers, but like they were before Apple became cool. They were just kind of like stupid ass computers that like it was like a black screen with green writing.
Yeah, the Macintosh, actual Macintosh.
Yeah. And the keyboard made a sound like there was like the sound it would make.
So mechanical.
It was so mechanical.
Yeah. You felt like you were like pressing a button and it was like doing something in the computer.
Right.
To put it on the screen.
You couldn't even download anything. And I come from the time when we used to download our porn. We couldn't pick it. We didn't have like a thumbnail.
Back in
with like
my
all
day,
this. You would pick like big cocksucking or whatever. And you just hope that that's
or
what
whatever.
it is.
Yeah, or whatever.
You just come up and it's not even big cocksucking. Tiny dick being licked.
What a funny way to... What a funny phrase. Big dick sucking.
No, big cock sucking.
Cock sucking, excuse me.
And it's like, and it was neither. It was not sucking, and it wasn't a big cock. Right. No, but it was just like that's just how it was. And then sometimes you're downloading viruses.
Yeah. Are you talking? You're talking like Morpheus? Are you talking like peer to peer?
BearShare.
Yeah.
LimeWire, BearShare.
I caught the tail end of LimeWire for sure. But
when you're like downloading something that says like Limp Bizkit or something like that, like you think it's music and then it ends up being something
just like
crazy
a wet
different.
Biscuit.
That's not what I was thinking, but yeah.
It's like dip a biscuit in coffee.
Right.
But it's funny because I worked at a mortgage company years and years ago, and every website was like banned but you could still go on Pornhub for some fucking weird
They
reason.
were like,
Yeah.
no one will go there. We don't have to.
We don't want to waste the money
Yeah.
on banning something that's no one's going to do.
even
Yeah,
about-
they're at
but-
work.
We would
It's
go.
a bunch of scummy real estate guys. You're not going on Pornhub.
We were, but we weren't going on Pornhub to like watch and jerk off. It was like
It was like the soccer game thing.
It
It
was
was like
kind
12
of like-
guys gathered around. Go!
no, it was more that we could, and we were all still like in our 20s, so we're all still dumb
Yeah.
guys.
Just
So
the
we
thrill
thought
of
it was
it.
funny to have this like porn stuff, like gaping butthole porn.
Yeah.
Just on their
On like your boss's computer or something.
No, we wouldn't go that far. That would be crazy. That would be too much. I would think.
Yeah, I would
but
think.
yeah, it's not.
When we were really young and just discovering porn. It was already pretty much websites everywhere, but we didn't know. Oh,
Who's
Pornhub.
we?
Me and my friends,
Okay,
and
yeah.
we're all watching it
My
together.
family and I.
We're
My
all
immediate
11 years
family.
old, and
Yeah.
5 of us are going on. And this is the thing: is we didn't know Pornhub was a thing, so we would just try boobs.com.
Yeah.
and it worked. There was a website, boobs.com, and that's
Nice.
where we went for probably the first 3 years of.
I wonder if we search anything else.
Well, then the big breakthrough came one day when I think one of us just Googled the word porn, and we were like, "There's hundreds of websites." We've been missing it the whole
Totally.
time.
that is so funny. I remember the days of like not knowing, just Googling porn.
Yeah.
Is so silly.
I think up until college, I would still just Google porn and then just click, and then I would
Whatever's
know.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
somehow still had that in the order of operations for me. It felt like the way it was supposed to work in my brain.
You got to go to Google for everything.
Yeah.
You have to check in with Google.
It's so easy now. It's so easy now to like see porn. When we growing up, you had to work for it. You had to like.
I remember
Work
going
for it.
over
There's no other
like
word.
I had like friends who were like a little too cavalier about showing it. You ever have those friends who
Yeah,
were like,
yeah,
"Hey
yeah.
man, like
It's
your
weird.
parents are in the house and you're playing this
putting
loud
on
and
the
we're all
living room
being
TV."
Yeah, like we're in your room being so obnoxious and disgusting and your parents are like right there. And it's like, why are you the one turning it up? Like, do you want to get caught? I don't want to be a pervert at your house.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like there's like a family drama element that I've inserted myself into.
yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I remember when I was the first too young, someone showed me like the first like fold out or whatever, like a little torn out of a magazine. But I feel like I was under 10 and I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like, with kids you don't even know. Like the first time you see it, it's when someone you don't know, I feel like.
Yeah. I think the first time it happened with me was I was watching like Showtime or something, not porn, and then I fell asleep on my couch, and then I woke up at like 3 a.m. and there was just pornography playing in my living room, and I was
Yeah.
probably 9.
Nice.
And I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I remember my first porn that I saw. I was in 5th grade. I had an older brother. and
Yeah, me too.
He showed me, so that
Yeah.
kind of helped.
That makes sense.
And the first porn I watched, it was like a compilation porn. It was like a porn from the 70s with other
Wow,
scenes
from
from
the
porn from the
70s?
70s or like, or like early 80s.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the,
Sure.
at the most recent early 80s, and it was called Bop Me Baby. And it was the first time I saw like an actual like,
Kind of wholesome to
Yeah.
me. In a weird way, it's kind of like old porn was wholesome.
Yeah.
It was actually about like regular
Yeah.
sex.
very sweet. But the first time I saw like it was like a dick in the mouth, and I was like, what the? Because I thought it was an expression. I didn't think like
Right.
people suck each other's dicks. Like
Oh, you thought that's
it
just
was
like
just an
a
expression, like a bad
wordplay?
expression, like kiss my ass or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And then so I saw it. It kind of did the opposite of turn me on. It was a little bit like jarring.
It is.
Kind of was like almost like, whoa, I can't believe this. This is a thing. So yeah, it wasn't a fun experience the first time. It wasn't until like probably like a year later. Then
It's
I
like
was
smoking your first cigarette.
yeah, it's like
And eventually
Gotta
you're
get
like,
through this.
I will actually want this a lot.
right.
Trust me, I'm gonna become addicted to this, but I don't like this right
Yeah,
now.
I didn't like it like that. But then a year later, I'm just like aggressively
Chain
jacking off.
smoking, yeah.
Aggressively chain smoking and jerking off the porn.
Which is dangerous to do at the
Sixth
same
A year
time,
later.
but- He's 11.
Cut to 1 year.
There's nothing that can make me happy enough.
On expressions, I don't know if it'll be in the recording, but we were talking about where we're from. Did you? My dad would teach me curse phrases, and I was always struck by how beautiful they are. How they're so, well, maybe not beautiful, but they're not just like asshole. they're like, you're the rectum of a donkey or
Yeah,
something, you know, where it's like,
That's beautiful.
yeah, it's like, there was one where it's like, I forget the exact thing, but it's like, everyone in town knows your mother slept with a different guy to birth you or something. It's like this really long way of calling someone a bastard, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, you hear it and you're like, that almost feels beautiful. Like, I know it's mean.
Right.
Yeah.
There's artistry to it.
Yeah.
There's some thought put in.
I feel like I'm Iranian, and we were discussing that you're part Lebanese Armenian, and in these ancient cultures, like bad words, like in English you can, as a joke, like, fuck you, you know, like, but in like those kind of cultures, we have words that you're not supposed to ever use, even as a joke, because they're so bad. You're probably not even really supposed to use them in public. People do, but like bad words in those cultures are much worse than like bad words are in like American culture, like Western culture, kind of. So that's, I know, and there's
like a base level of respect that is being broken, rather than here nobody respects each other at all. So who cares what you say?
Also, there's a lot of like expressions about like your sister's a whore or your mom's a whore. There's a lot of like that kind of like, especially between men, where it's like,
of course.
Especially in those, I mean, men.
I don't imagine a lot of women saying that to each other.
No, I mean, people probably do as like expressions of like when they're angry, but yeah, a lot of the curse words are like basically based around your family honor, which for us men weirdly it's supposed to be like our sisters or wives or moms. Like if someone talks about the women in your life, that's
you're
a
supposed
weird
to freak out.
You're supposed to. Everyone is supposed to have a really hair trigger that everyone else knows about, so that we can start fights easily.
I mean, think about it. Did you guys growing up? Did you all in your friend groups? Did you guys talk shit about each other's like moms?
No,
I don't know if we talk shit. I think we would. The thing would be like if one of our friends had a hot mom, you would be like, "Your mom's really hot," and that would make like the three people I'm thinking of now. They would completely disintegrate hearing it. Like it just because it's like, what do? You can't be like, "No, she's not," because then you're calling your mom. Like you start to insult your mom in defending in this.
The only real move is to go like, you're weird for saying that, but we don't have that at that age.
And frankly, a 12-year-old boy, you're not weird for saying no.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. You're weird if you're saying no. I'm looking more for a good conversation.
Yeah.
You're like no boobies, butts, boobies and butts.
Your mom's got big boobies.
I will say though, once you start talking about the body, then it's kind of like almost gets into disrespectful.
Of course.
I grew up in an environment where like we never talk shit about each other's moms or like sisters. It was just off limits.
Right.
But also because dudes were so weird about some shit that it's like, I don't know.
And we had so many other horrible things to say to each other.
Yeah.
We didn't need
to
venture outside of the own interpersonal.
Yes, I had enough just looking at you. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally. That's so funny. My parents are divorced, and I feel like we don't have like a super tight like nuclear family unit or something like that. So I feel like those things just never come up for me like that. Not that it wouldn't hurt my feelings if someone said it, but it just wouldn't make sense to me. It's like, oh, we're not all that close. That doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Someone's like, hey, fuck your mom. You're like, well, we could be closer.
I only see her every other week, so I don't.
So I guess fuck her.
Who's to say what's going on there?
I don't know.
I mean, I see my parents once a week right now as an adult, and sometimes more. I'm blessed to be able to like see them whenever I want. I'm just kind of used to it. Again, culturally, I'm just used to like spending time with them. But I got like about a 2-hour time limit, and then after that, I have to go home. Yeah, because I can't take it.
Yeah, they're all back east, but I call them probably once every week, every other week. My mom would maybe fact check that, but
yeah. She's like, "You mean I call you?" Yeah, totally. I feel like the older you get, the better you get at it, just because it's like, oh yeah, we're all adults now. Yeah. I can't really just be like the loser kid anymore. It feels weird. Yeah.
I'll tell you what still feels weird. The other day I was at my parents' house and we were watching something, and then like a very, not even a intense, just like a casual sex scene came up, and I immediately was like, man, at this age, I'm still so uncomfortable if there's anything sexual, even remotely sexual around my parents. They didn't make a comment. They're not weird about it. I'm the one that's weird about it. I don't know
they've
why.
been through it longer than you have.
They don't even care. My mom was on her phone. My dad's like staring through the TV, not even at the TV.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, Mom, change this. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't want.
Which is only drawing attention to the moment. You know? Stop looking at your phone. Look at what's happening on screen. You have to turn this off.
Yeah, Mom, I have a boner. Do you mind?
I was driving my mom around the other day in my car. Well, in my car, and just some music came on from my phone or whatever that said like the N-word and pussy. And I was like, okay, I got to change this pretty quick. And I don't know that she heard it because it was kind of quiet, but it was like, why did I just play that for my mom? Like,
that's interesting because my mom, if I play rap for her, she won't understand any of the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it's not even that she doesn't understand English. It's she kind of like tunes it out.
Yeah.
Somehow.
There's like too many words she won't know. So you
too many words per minute.
Yeah. But she don't like she does. That's why she doesn't like rap. And then she also has that like very like old school idea of rap that it's just all about like drugs and misogyny.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's only a big part of it.
Yeah.
Mom, but not the whole.
It's only most of it, but that's not the part I'm listening to. I like the beats.
But also, we've started but we've still been ignoring the misogyny in rap. It's like, that's just how rap is. And then we just sort of like.
But the older I get, the more I find myself like not being able to listen to it because I'm like, oh. Like just hearing it, like just actually hearing it.
Thing.
Yeah, like I can't sing this in my car. I don't know a person I feel like this about. You know what I mean? I can't. And then it is like, why was this my whole shit for 10 years? You know what I mean? Like,
because it sounds good.
Yeah,
that's the thing about music. It's like it doesn't matter what it's fucking about.
Feels good.
Sounds good.
Gets
it
my
feels
toe
good.
tapping.
Yeah. Gets your toe tagging. What?
Toe tapping.
Toe tapping. I thought you meant if it kills.
Toe tagging makes me kill people.
Yeah. Makes me toe tagging.
Dude, I love this song. It makes me.
If a song makes you want to kill someone, then I know it's good.
Yeah.
Right? Then I know it's gonna have longevity.
That's the good shit.
My mom really has the like stereotypical like, oh, I can't believe this is what goes as music today kind of thing. And I've tried to have the conversation with her about like, you listen to like rock in the 70s, same exact conversation was happening.
Right. A reaction
you
to
thought
the
it was
people
different.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
And she's like, no, that stuff was good and it's timeless and blah blah blah. This is not. And I'm like, it's so functionally the same. It's just like the language has shifted slightly, but it was still like provocative and risque at the time or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so funny that someone older than you can't have that perspective.
Yeah.
Like, what? How have I learned this at my young age and you haven't? Like, how am I more mature at half your age or whatever? That blows my mind. Like, it's so funny how people calcify as they get older. They just sort of like pick an age where they go like, all right, I know it. Yeah. No more learning.
I feel like I'm having that now with like, I'm not on TikTok. And then when my friends expose me to TikTok, there is a part of me that goes like, I think I'm becoming a reactionary old man.
Oh, yeah.
I was on a college improv team and we barely did anything, but we would make sketches occasionally and post them on YouTube because this was 2014 or whatever. I checked in the other day. Someone was like, have you seen what our college improv team is doing on TikTok? And I looked at it, and they're just doing lip syncing videos. There's no like surprising the expectation. There's no joke. It's just like 3 of the guys on the team lip syncing to a song.
The opposite of improv.
Yeah,
it's the opposite of improv.
The exact. And by the way, somehow inexplicably has like 1 million views. A couple of these videos.
They're smart.
And I'm like, I feel crazy, but I'm like, this is wrong.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be this way.
Yeah.
Well,
totally.
I think that's going to be the central divide of like all this stuff. It's like there's entertainment that you can, like, how should I say, that is transferable, and then the ones that is only going to be for TikTok. Yeah. That is never going to transfer. And then there's going to be talent on TikTok that TikTok is just their jumping off point.
Yeah.
And but think about this, like TikTok is the anti-creativity because what are they always talking about? Trending. What's trending? The idea that something's trending is you do something that's already being done, as opposed to like something that's never been done or something new. So it's like all these algorithms, they favor copying. Yeah. It's not your own thing. Your own thing is so much harder to get out there. But then when it does, it pops, and then what happens? That becomes a trend. And it's like, So that's one thing I don't like about like the whole social media stuff.
And then it becomes a trend, and then someone does the video you came up with, and it's more successful, and people associate it to them.
Because they're just fucking like cutting celery and it's sort of like lip singing to whatever shit you.
Isn't that so funny? Like literally, the way to do it now is to copy.
Yeah,
like that was illegal like 5 years ago. Right? Like, can't you just not do someone else's idea? Isn't that
or
the
at the
rule?
very least, it was so frowned upon to be like, oh, you're just like this guy made this video. Now you're just kind of making this video. Like that's kind of a bummer. And now it's like.
It's about everybody's version.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you make that video? We run into this with everything now where we are something that has no reference point. Like there's nothing we can be like, well, these guys kind of do it this way, so let's adjust slightly to this.
And everything now is an awesome show. It's a show that you guys do. It's all on like green screen, and it's like a Twitch streaming show where you guys do like mini games and audience interaction. And
we're 7 years in and have not quite figured out how to explain what it is. But basically, it's like an improv show, but it's being live edited on a green screen. And then there's a bunch of interactive elements throughout the show. So rather than just like getting a word up top, you can trigger a bunch of stuff to happen throughout the show.
So fun. Got to check it out.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Because you guys are using that medium to like create it. The fact that you can't explain after 7 years what it is, to me, is the plus. Meaning like people can't copy it, and it's unique. It's a unique voice. I've known a lot of my friends who have done it who all had a blast. My buddy Drew just was telling me how much fun they had with you guys.
Great.
Yeah.
He played an amazing character that was Adam Sandler from the 1880s.
That's
a
hilarious.
London West End actor named Adam Sandler.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And all of his plays were called like Jolly Gilmore.
I was like, how does this work? Okay, I get it.
It was really, really good.
William
awesome.
Madison.
Yeah.
That's very funny. I love that. And you guys been like, and then like in terms of just sort of like has it been growing for you guys? Is it sort of consistently? Is it like
it has like kind of ebbs and flows, and
of course.
For the first, I would say 6 years, it was growing so piecemeal. And then we got nominated for a streamer award, which is an award show that only seemingly exists for Twitch, and it's actually just run by some of the bigger Twitch streamers on the platform. But we got nominated for Hidden Gem, which is a kind of backhanded compliment.
Yep.
It means like this show is good despite no one watching.
Not popular, but good. Should be more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning.
Hell yeah.
And then that
I feel like you guys are just about to blow up.
Yeah,
you guys are right on the edge.
your lips
All
to
it takes
God's
is
ears.
7 years.
But yeah, then that sort of launched us into more notoriety and kind of introduced us to like the Twitch streamers, the bigger people and stuff.
When is Kai Cenat going to come into the garage?
Oh God, it's a scary notion. I think he's still a notch above us, and also would probably destroy our garage immediately. I want to get iShow Speed. He's the guy, the 20-year-old that's always just running around the world.
I'm obsessed.
He's awesome.
Doing backflips and racing people.
Backflips, yeah. Have you seen? And people at home, you got to look up iShow Speed backflips into his setup, which is his girlfriend. It's Kai Cenat, iShow Speed, and iShow Speed's girlfriend, and they're sitting in this room, and iShow Speed's girlfriend goes, "Do you love me?" And he says nothing for like 3 seconds, and then he stands up and just does a backflip into his computer and desk, hurts himself so badly.
And the stream ends, right?
Yeah. He gets up and he's in so much pain. It's amazing. And
That's
that is
crazy.
one of the most popular people in the world, probably.
Yeah, like the biggest celebrity worldwide right now.
Yeah.
That like most of our parents have never heard of.
Yeah, in the way that like late night shows, this was so stunning to me when they canceled Colbert. I was looking up like they're like, Colbert's the most popular one. He gets 2.6 million views per show, and 200,000 of them are under 49 years old. And I was like, what? 200,000 out of 2.5 million are under 50, and otherwise everyone else is 50 plus.
Yeah, totally.
And that's its own little world. And I feel like Twitch is the opposite, where it's just like everyone under 30 is so dialed in here, and YouTube and TikTok and stuff.
Totally.
And there's a sleeping beast of these people who are already the most famous people in the world, kind of, and people haven't got
Well, you're starting to
wise
see
it.
them in like commercials. Like in commercials, it's no longer like big celebrities. Now it's like streamers who are like, who is this kid? But there's like 5 of them who are clearly so famous and you've never seen their face before.
Yeah.
I think the one issue is that there still is a lack of transference. Like I've noticed that people who are the fans of these people usually don't want to see them do anything except
Correct.
what they do. That's why, like, when they started in the beginning of like TikTok, putting some of these big TikTokers in movies and like TV shows, it didn't work.
They don't follow them to the next place.
Because they're like, bro, do the thing we like.
Yeah.
We don't want to see you play some character.
I want you on my phone right now. It's for me. It's not really
these
you.
people usually aren't, their talents aren't acting or being actually funny
Absolutely.
in front of camera.
Right.
So they get up there, they stink, their own audience doesn't like it. Then they go back to just doing whatever they were doing. You know, I'm not. I mean, I wish I were the best. I don't like wish them to not, but like I do think that all the people who thought, oh, Twitch and YouTube will completely take over film and television, I think they're separate things.
Yeah, you need to be able to back it. Like that one guy who was a Vine star for a long time, Jimmy Tatro. He got American Vandal and was actually really good in it. Very funny.
Totally.
But then like,
is he the kind of big buff guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
But like that they just sort of struck gold with that, where it was like
Right.
this guy happens to be funny and can act, but so much of these people, to your point, it's like just because you can do a lip syncing video doesn't mean you can like act or have stage presence or any of these things.
Yeah.
But I also think about how those people have probably never had an interest in that.
Yeah.
Once. It's not like they watch TV and are bad at it.
Yeah.
They just don't care about TV and movies because they have Twitch and everything on their phone already or YouTube or whatever. Like, I feel like they don't even know legacy people at all. I remember seeing, like, it was such a turning point to me. I saw, I think it was Kim Kardashian on Letterman's show, his like Netflix show or whatever, and she was talking about how none of her family knew who David Letterman was, and she was on the show, and she was talking about like, yeah, like I told him I was coming on the show, and you know, this is like old media, you know, like TV is like old media, and I was like, I guess that's true for most people now, that like most people coming up do not tune in, they like watch, you know, whatever.
Yeah, which is another thing with everything now. We have the issue of is like people stumble upon it and they're like, literally, what is this? Like,
Right.
I don't understand. This is not a video game. This isn't a guy talking to chat.
Right.
But it's also it's like not really a TV show because it's like unscripted and loose.
Like,
And,
I haven't seen improv live before, and this
Yeah.
seems to be that,
but then they also have full costumes and backgrounds, which implies a degree of preparation.
Right.
So-
When people start to get it, it's going to be huge.
I hope so.
And it already is. It's huge in my heart, that's for sure.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I was to the growth thing. It's we were growing a little bit, but now what's interesting is like because Twitch is this completely new space with mostly just people who are personalities. We've become the kind of comedy team that Twitch goes to for stuff. So they're like contracting us out for certain things.
Nice.
Amazing.
So like they just had us do this stream where we made fun of a movie basically, and then we're doing a show at TwitchCon in October.
Incredible.
Which I may be announcing on here. I'm sure we'll have
Very
announced
cool.
it at this point.
Sure.
But yeah, we're getting basically hired. They're like, oh, these guys do comedy, and seemingly no one else on this platform does.
Yeah.
So when we need them to make, you know, I Show Speed funny, we'll call them or whatever.
It's great. Great
Yeah.
place to be.
I
Yeah.
love it. That's a
Hilarious.
great place to be.
Should we move on to our first little segment here?
We have a segment in every episode. We have one little segment that
One little
we
planned
use-
moment, you
Yeah,
know?
a planned moment, slightly planned, slightly unplanned, but it's designed to interject even more fun conversation.
should we
Maybe
talk about what segments are and why people do them on shows?
I am curious about this.
First, let's talk about what a segment is.
Is there a YouTube video we could watch about why people do segments?
What is it and why?
We're going to first give a detailed video, so only about 30 minutes of why people do segments.
Well, segments just make the show smooth. You know what I mean? Like right now, this is one of the smoother parts of the
Yeah.
show.
And then after the segment, of course, we'll show a few clips from my first porn I watched, Bop Me Baby.
Yeah, a couple of movie
Starring
trailers.
John Holmes. What we're gonna this time is we're gonna ask a few questions from our lovely guest here, but we thought it'd be fun if we used a stupid random question generator online. It's called conversationstarters.com.
Wow.
And
Don't take this. Any other podcast, this is ours.
right, but the website is not ours, so you can
No,
take
no,
that
no,
and,
of course
and,
not.
and take it up with conversationstarters.com. I'm going to press the generate another random question button, and no, that's stupid.
Not another bad one. Another bad one.
Okay, how about this? Do you prefer talking over the phone or face to face?
Oh, that's actually that is a good conversation topic.
Actually, yeah. It's a great segment.
I think face to face. Because you can kind of read their face a little bit. Mm-hmm. You're seeing the sort of micro... And I'm sort of, every time I'm in a conversation, I'm wondering if I'm doing a bad job and if the person's not interested anymore or whatever. And I feel like it's easier to do that reading the face.
I either 100%. Want face-to-face or phone, but not video call.
Yeah,
video call is my worst nightmare because it's hard to do, but I'm still having all the anxiety that you're talking about. Like you don't get the in-person reactivity of face-to-face, but you do get the negatives. I feel like
their face is sort of flattened and a little pixelated, so you're not quite able to register what's going on.
Yes.
But you feel like you should be able to.
Yeah.
So you're leaning in to try to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I have like a dire need to make sure that the other person is happy the whole time that I'm talking to them. And so if I can't evaluate their face much deeper than the words that they're saying, it's a big problem for me.
What if you're like, hey, Ryan, I'm crying for tears of joy right now.
I can't tell what your face is doing.
You're making me feel weird by the way you're looking at me,
That makes
Ryan.
me feel bad.
Well...
Sorry about that.
No. Well, I prefer face-to-face too. Phone is annoying.
Although sometimes I do like text conversation because I think I have like a little more time to plan out the response. I can be a little more
purposeful. Yeah, I like that
you
too.
lose some of the like tone, but you get a chance to be a little more like methodical in your response.
Especially if you're like, if you're texting your new crush. Or
exactly.
like that.
Yes.
Yes. I'm nervous in the voice, confident on the keys.
Exactly.
Absolutely. This takes me back to AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. The only way I flirted in high school. Never in person. Fantastic on the computer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people don't exist on the computer.
Yeah. And then you show up to school and they're like, I want to continue this conversation. And you go, I got to go to somewhere.
I got to run home.
Yeah. Let's talk tonight. I can't look at you right now. And then one message comes in. You get up from your computer, pace around your house for 15 minutes, going, "Okay, what do I say?"
Why are you on the computer all day, right? My mom being like, "Come to dinner."
Love, Mom.
I'm trying to talk to a girl. But Chris, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything
so great having you, my man?
Thank you for having me. This was
tell
a
our
blast.
audience anything you want to plug beyond ENS?
Well, yeah, I do want to plug Everything Now Show on Twitch, twitch.tv/Everything Now Show, and you can check it out. A lot of people who have done this pod have been on it. I got to get you both back in ASAP. Absolutely. And then other things to plug. I guess I'm Chris Tcholakian on Instagram. I'm Chris Tcholakian on Letterboxd. It was just probably the only other social media I'm using.
Yeah, what's your most recent review?
I watched The Fabelmans. And I think it was the line where the jock says to the guy playing Spielberg, he hands him the joint, and he goes, "It shows you how out of control everything is." And I had this visceral impulse I wanted to punch Steven Spielberg in the stomach when he said that line.
Yeah,
I was like, there's something happening to me where I have this bully instinct that has taken over me, and I want to be really mean to Steven Spielberg right now.
You're like, shut up, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I get that.
But it was otherwise pretty good.
Yeah, cool. Good. Can't wait to read that review.
Yeah, and you can see that and more reviews at Letterboxd.
Chris Tcholakian.
Chris Tcholakian, that's right.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. You're
brother.
the best. You're hilarious. Can't wait to keep hanging.
Yes, absolutely. My pleasure.
Payam, is there anything else we want to share or say?
All I want to say is take care of yourself and take care of somebody else.
That's right.
Yes.
Good.
Take care of those around you.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah. And
Goodbye.
Bye. That's it. We got nothing else for you.